bite.
This is a really cool snake. We were out here actually leaving a turkey hunt this morning, and it is a great time of morning to still have your eyes wide open for road cruising. We saw some snake tracks in the road, which was pretty neat, and saw this guy kinked up on the side of the road. Unfortunately, he didn't stay kinked up, which is a really neat behavior. There's a lot of theories as to why they do that, whether it be camouflage or it's increasing their surface area to gather heat. No one really knows for sure, but it's really cool to witness. This guy's just chilling here. They're formerly known as yellow rat snake, chicken snake, but now it's classified as the eastern rat snake among most of the herpetological circles. But this one has really gorgeous eyes. Absolutely beautiful animal, no matter what you call it. So I'm going to go ahead, since this snake was kind of on the move, headed in that direction, I'm going to release it on the opposite side of the road, so hopefully it can avoid any vehicular traffic. There's not a lot of automobiles out here, but you never know. Some folks actually trying to aim to hit these poor things while they're just sitting in the road, minding their own business. We're going to spend some time out later today. It's pushing on 11 o'clock. It's getting a little hot, as is Florida. So we're going to let this guy go, hopefully get out in the cypress bogs a little later, and hopefully come back with some more really awesome herps. The Floridian behind us isn't excited about the gator that we just saw, but us people from the north are excited to see a gator. So we're gonna go look at it.
Idiots.
We jumped out of it. Michael made it angry.
Throw hot dogs at it.
I think we're gonna feed it.
It's alive.
It's definitely alive. That one's
It's definitely
alive.
alive. Yeah, the other one's just a stick.
Okay, we're done.
Just give me the evil eye.
Don't molest him.
How'd you make it angry?
That was easy. Alright, it's a little bit later in the afternoon. The heat of the day's gone down, and we saw a couple things coming in already. And as you can see, we got this southern black racer here, and they're normally pretty quick, but we were able to manage to get a hold of this one. Surprisingly, he doesn't want to bite me. He just wants to kind of run away. So hopefully we have a lot more luck later on.
Well, giant
Scare it.
leopard frog?
Yeah, we have big ones here.
Ooh.
Play spot the herp.
Ooh.
It's on a log.
I'll see it.
It's because you suck at this.
That's wrong.
It's right in front of me.
Looking more in the sun.
Take
your elephant.
Oh, it's square.
Oh, it's where? Oh, it's where?
I was gonna say it's cute, but I don't see
Follow that
I like
log.
playing this game.
Just
Oh, I
follow
see
that
it.
log.
Nobody else gets spotted.
I was looking like here.
Specimen with these.
it. You know,
You might be able to walk right up to it and not move, or it might bug out.
So we're hiking in the swamps of Florida, and this here, I don't know if you can see it here in my hand, this is a pine woods tree frog. So this might be what hopped in your hand hike with Mike.
I want to see the cottonmouth. Let me see.
Oh, let me get this stick. Hold on. I can just move that stick. Let me get this palmetto out of here.
Oh, it's a big one.
Don't scare him before I can see him.
If you move that branch, he's gonna bolt.
Where is he?
I'm gonna move that
there.
branch. I'm gonna get a picture of my phone first.
Can't even see the
Ready?
business
Yeah,
end.
see if you can get him out of there.
No.
I lied. It's not. It's a brown water snake.
Oh,
Grab him.
man.
That's a massive brown water snake.
Looked like a cottonmouth, but I saw the pattern and I was like, wait a second. Look
Saw
at the
that
size
head
of that
come out.
brown.
That's-
Damn.
That's a big brown.
He's a
not a
fatty.
That looks just
You lied
like
to
a
me.
cottonmouth.
Woo!
God,
Even the
hold
belly pattern is kind of cottonmouth-like.
That's really neat.
Size of the head on her. Damn. Woo!
Ooh, she's stinky.
She's angry. Look at the size of this thing. Easily misidentified as a cottonmouth. I thought it was because all I could see was about that much of it sticking out. But I could kind of see the
Before I
pattern.
caught it.
And I was like, wait a second, I'm not sure that's a cottonmouth. And then I saw the head and was like, nope, that's a safe one to grab. So these snakes here are just part of the environment, and there's no point in killing them, although they're easily mistaken for a cottonmouth. Both this and cottonmouths are part of the environment and should, for all intents and purposes, not be killed. They're just such beautiful animals. I mean, look at that thing.
That's really neat. Look at this alligator slide right down here into the water. Oh look, I see the gator. There's his head.
All right, I found it. The cottonmouth, right in there. I saw him from over here. Well, he's an easy spot if you know what you're looking for. You can see his very obvious face just hanging out under that stump right there.
Anybody?
Yes.
I'll take a
picture of it. There you go. Have fun.
Okay, got it.
It's clearly not happy.
All right, well, you just witnessed Chris fall over, and what we thought was a fall was actually him diving to catch this little peninsula ribbon snake. These guys are back here in these cypress swamps where their prey is abundant in the way of fish and little frogs. Such an awesome little snake, a little different than the species we have up north. Much darker in color. The stripes aren't quite as obvious on the dorsal, but on the sides they're pretty obvious. Cute little snake.
So this is a really cool find. This is a gopher tortoise shell. And what you can see if you look up closely at it, it's actually covered in all these like tunnel-like tubes. Those are created by a specific caterpillar, a Tenayid moth caterpillar called Certifraga vicinella. I may have butchered that, so my apologies if I did. My Latin's not great. I've actually read about this in papers and seen a couple posts on the internet about this, but I've never seen it before in person. This caterpillar specifically eats the keratin from deceased gopher tortoise shells. They don't live on live gopher tortoises. They're not parasitic. And actually there's some bones from the inside of the gopher tortoise around the shell that have been untouched. They clearly only want to eat the keratin from the shell. So another interesting fact is that this Tenayid moth caterpillar and the moth itself are actually noticing significant declines simply for the same reason that their specific host food, the gopher tortoise, is also noticing declines across its range, mostly from habitat loss. But this was a really cool find, and I just wanted to share it with everybody because not a lot of people even know about this St. Patrick thing. Everybody knows about all the dozens and dozens of species that live with the gopher tortoise burrow, which is why they call them a keystone species, but yet this is another very specific animal that relies on this keratin. Unlike other Tenayids that will eat the keratin from hooved mammals when they die and their hooves are discarded, other species in this genus can be very common, but this specific one, unfortunately, could be lost if we lose gopher tortoises too. So, just something to think about.
All right, so my time in Florida is coming to an end. I only had a short weekend as my brothers, they're here for the, well, my one brother's here for the whole week, and the other one obviously lives here, so we're up visiting him. We originally focused on some of the cypress swamps and bogs when I first got here, but we changed it up and we're doing some of the upland habitat. It's great habitat. You can find snakes like this one here, the scarlet snake. It's a beautiful snake. It's closely related to the Scarlet King snake, which actually I think I just heard my brother yell that he found one. So let's actually go check that one out too. Did I hear you yell you got a Scarlet King?
Do you?
Oh my god, this is I've never seen this before in my life. This is amazing.
This is my life for Scarlet King. Oh my god. Look at the colors on that animal.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
The
So as you can see,
in person.
I mentioned they are closely related.
Wow.
And one of the big differences in these guys is they have a lot more yellow. As you can see, the belly bands on the Scarlet, they don't go all the way across.
Look at
And the Scarlet King, they do.
Look at that beautiful snake.
God, what a find at the same time.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Even the heads, I mean, they're more of a burrower. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Awesome find, Michael. Can't believe we found both of them.
I know.
So cool.
So we just had the fortunate luck to find a Florida scarlet snake, and while they were admiring the Florida scarlet snake, I kind of moved on and happened to find this beautiful king snake, this scarlet king snake. What a beautiful animal. As we were showing you before, the color is somewhat similar. It's a coral snake mimic that is a little bitey right now. He really wants to he's done with us. He wants us to let him go. But these little snakes here, They're prowling around out here. They're looking for any little reptile to eat, a lizard. I mean, we thought he was kind of eyeballing that scarlet snake there when we had him together for a minute. But what an absolutely gorgeous animal. One I've wanted to see for years. One that we've all never seen before. This is a lifer for all of us. Just what a real special treat it is to be down here, just traversing all across Florida from the cypress swamps to upland habitat, just to find these amazingly beautiful animals.